toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Mika Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And Ingram holds it in. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage...
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Rosas now to kick this one away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Buying time, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Kareem Martin coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And some room to roam now. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham Beckham with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll make the score 14-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Lauletta looking to throw on 2nd down. Going for the deep ball. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Odell Beckham, his 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Giants add on to their lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. And what could he possibly be thinking? He just took the fair catch at the 1-yard line. Major mistake. And out come the Dolphins now. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go. He's got a man, complete. And all the way up to the 47-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 47 yards. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And, off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay right where it is.
Over. Gone.
On 1st and 10, Lauletta. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Back to throw, Loretta. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. The return man is Grant. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Now back to throw. Flush to his right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Being chased out left. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Flushed out right. Going deep here for Stills. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. They'll look to throw here. He'll rifle this one deep right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Bonnie Calhoun. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
The pitch goes to Barkley. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. They'll run for it with Barkley, and I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing them.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the linebacker, Kareem Martin, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level...
Odell Beckham Jr. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants have got it on cruise control. Rosas good with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Rosas now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now here come the Dolphins. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Space to maneuver at the 40. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Forced out to his left. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, this is caught inside the 15. That goes for a gain of 31.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
First foray into the red zone for Miami. This is first and goal from about the 8. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
And the pressure gets to him again.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, What's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Sanders' kick is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Now White on a return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out come the Giants. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. 23 yards on the play.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Now a play fake here on first down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Kiko Alonso coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Lauletta eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. It's their quarterback taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
On the return, here's White. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. New York set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. Still shedding tackles. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here's Lauletta. And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. but you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On fourth down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. 13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. They go play action here on first down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. So we've reached halftime. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Here comes Grant on the return. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
But they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run. So I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Attack here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kareem Martin in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's fourth down.
All right, now look at 56.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up first and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Lauletta to throw. And this one is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Detroit!
Lauletta from the 50. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And he's going to go down again. Robert Quinn in there to drop it, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long.
Detroit! Gone!
Here's Lauletta. They are going for it. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. That's going to be caught. That one goes for 24 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He dumps it off to Drake. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and goal from the 1. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable.
No.
But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Sanders on for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will cut this lead down to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll go to Barkley again. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
He finds Beckham complete. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the red zone now, Loletta. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And Stills over the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
All right, now, look at 56.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. On the left side, this is Stills. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for the Dolphins. 43 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive the team towards a victory.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. On 1st and goal, Drake. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it?
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw, Loletta. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Loletta looking for a 1st down throw. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there for the Giants. 43 yards. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Loletta, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a three-score game, though, fourth quarter. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. He'll drop to throw. On the move to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now White on the return. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a two-score game, the interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's Lauletta, eluding the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Back to the air, Lauletta on 2nd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
This is 3rd and long. Here's Lauletta. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Flushed out right. It's caught. Stills right side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches?
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 46 yards. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 2, now third down. He'll look to throw. Over the middle here to Wilson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown.
Here we go.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. On the return, here's White. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the 4th quarter now. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Instead of a run, Lauletta wants to throw it. He's going to air one out. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Now it's Lauletta. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking that time for Stills, and it's 3rd and short. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. Now a desperation throw. It's caught inside the 25. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On first down, Drake. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block.
And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. You and I have seen a lot of special comebacks. This one pretty much unbelievable. Roaring all the way back from that huge deficit. Now in the driver's seat.
Take the numbers out of it. It seemed insurmountable. It seemed monumental. Like no chance you could get that done. But they did. Let's go back to the 92 NFL season. 93 playoffs. Houston, Buffalo, in Buffalo. Houston with a monster lead. And here come the Bills all the way back to win it.
Led by Frank Reich, correct?
Yes, Frank Reich was the quarterback. He had done it in college a few times. He did it in the pros with the Bills. How old were you then?
I was 10. But I remember. And they're going to be set up in excellent field position up past the 45.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. For Lauletta, one final throw, eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete, so their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for the Dolphins, that's now 5 wins on the campaign as they get the job done here. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.